This game is not over yet. U.S. states, the final Jeopardy category. Here's the clue. This border state produced about half of the gunpowder for the Union. 30 seconds. Good luck. Mike Dawson made a game of this. He has $8,000, and he wrote down, what is Maryland? No, wrong border state. Sorry, Mike. You wagered everything, dropping you down to zero. TJ Fisher had the lead with $15,600. Did he come up with it? He has Kentucky. No, then is now, famous for its many chemical manufacturers like DuPont. What is Delaware? How much did you wager, TJ? Didn't go crazy. 401 leaves him with $15,199, and you are our sixth and final semifinalist. In Final Jeopardy today, these three great champions will be dealing with this category, European history. Here's the clue. Writing from prison to her pair in 1793, she quoted the dramatist Corneille, "Crime makes the shame and not the scaffold." 30 seconds. Good luck. We'll start on the end with Allegra Cuny, who came into final with $7,600. You wrote down, Allegra, who is Marie Antoinette? I see why you would say that, but it's actually not correct. What was the wager? Allegra bet $6,700, leaving her with $900. Tom Devlin had $19,000 coming into Final Jeopardy. Remarkably, did it without a daily double. What did you come up with, Tom? Also Marie Antoinette. You wagered zero, so you stick with $19,000. Scott Riccardi had $41,200. That is a record this season for a score at this point in the game. Very impressive. What did you come up with in final? Also, Marie Antoinette. No, another high-profile woman. Anybody have it now? Charlotte Corday, who assassinated Dr. Marat. It was Charlotte Corday. What did you wager, Scott? Didn't wager anything either. $41,200 today puts Scott Riccardi in the Tournament of Champions finals. Good news for fans of 20th century bigwigs. That's the Final Jeopardy category. Here's the clue. The subtitle of a 2022 bio of this magnate who died in 1976 is "The meek shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights." 30 seconds. Good luck. Let's begin with Laura Fada, who had $1,600 coming into Final Jeopardy, and at the very last minute wrote down De Beers, thinking of diamonds. Good guess? Not De Beers, though, I'm afraid, Laura. How much did you wager? $15.99, leaving you with $1. Stephen Olson was in second place with $8,400 after a strong game, but a daily double miss. What did you write down, Stephen? Also De Beers, and we know that's not right. How much did you wager? $54.04. That will knock you down to $2,996. TJ Fisher had the lead with $13,800. What did he come up with in final? Who is DuPont? No, a different kind of mineral rights here. This was an oil billionaire. J. Paul Getty, the alleged source of that quote. What did you wager, TJ? It's all down to this. Just $3,001 leaves you with $10,799. And that puts you in the TOC finals, TJ. Congratulations. It's a nail-biter of a game so far, and bodies of water is the Final Jeopardy category. Here's the clue. This body of water, with over 1/3 of the world's marine mammals, like the vaquita, has been called the aquarium of the world. 30 seconds. Good luck. Let's begin with Ashley Chan, $400 up against two very tough competitors. What did you come up with in final, Ashley? What is Lake Baikal? I'm afraid not. You wagered everything you had, so that'll drop you down to 0. Cameron Barry was in second place with 22,000. What was his response? He wrote down the Mariana Trench, and I'm afraid that's not right either, Cameron. What did you wager? He went big. He will drop $21,199, leaving him with $801. So it's all up to Paulo Pasco now, $24,800. What body of water? What a fun time. I don't know, though. Sorry. I appreciate your honesty, Paulo. Maybe the name Vaquita would have clued you in that it's something Latin American. It is, in fact, the Sea of Cortez or Gulf of California. So everything's down to this wager, Paulo. How big was it? A 0 wager from the lead leaves Paulo with $24,800, and he is going to the TOC Finals. What a game. Our champions today lucked out. All three of them are mammals, and the Final Jeopardy category is mammals. Here's the clue. Wrangel Island off the coast of Siberia may have been the last place on Earth where this two-word prehistoric mammal lived. 30 seconds. Good luck. Why don't we begin on the end with Scott Riccardi, $5,200, and he wrote down, what two-word mammal? The woolly mammoth, and that is correct. Yes, on that tiny island, they lived until just a few thousand years ago, believe it or not. What did you wager, Scott? Nothing, so you still have $5,200. Laura Fata had $8,800. Does she have woolly mammoth here? Let's see. What is a woolly mammoth? She will add the 1601 that she wagered, taking her up to $10,401. But Paulo Pasco had a huge lead with $29,000. Is he correct in final? Yes, what is the woolly mammoth? What did Paulo wager? A lucky $1,118, taking him to $30,118 and making him the winner of this Jeopardy exhibition game. We're so glad you're here. Stick around and click that subscribe button so you see all our latest videos.